taking $40 to $40k, $4 to $15k, and $1 to $2,000. And for this video, I'm doing $1 to 3.5k. But guy, when I took out my support zone to market, guy, I was shocked because these people are creative with their manipulation. You can see price looks like it was going to sell. I'm not going to tell you what I did in the air, but I want you to figure out what you are going to do in this situation because it is very hard. I was seeing a supply zone there, but I have previously marked a support zone and I was expecting price to buy, but they did really buy. Choose your answer, buy or sell. Like, why would these people be giving me to entry? What if I flip the account to like $1,000 and I see something like this and I lose all my money? Like, it's crazy. And you, dude, check this out. You can see that's in spiking. You can see it's spiking. And see, I don't even, at this point, you don't even know what you're going to do. If you're a newbie, you are going to feel this test. Are you buying or are you selling in this point? Are you buying? Get your answer first. I set my target point in this point here, but it shocked me when I saw price still dropping. It was still dropping, guy. Look at the line that I set. It's not this first line, the other line. At this moment in time, some people will say, oh guy, I not do again, wait to be this. I go say, if I die. See, guy, don't do that. Don't do that. Instead, look for sniper entries and go aggressive when you get it. But I'm not just saying you should just trust your analysis blindly. Like for this example now, you can see that there was a breaker block on 5-minute time frame. You can see that price was even rejecting towards it. So for you to still trust your analysis, you need to go to higher time frame to confirm it, and that's on 15-minute or 30-minute time frame. You can go there and then glance out to look for what's happening within all those time frame, all your time frame, because this trap will cost you a lot of money. Like, you might even flip your account to $1,000 and then you fall for this trap and then you lose all your money. But guys, forget higher time frame demand zone. If you mark this higher time frame demand zone, maybe they liquidate you, or maybe when like price might go beneath that your zone like 50% and then start going up. So what is the solution to this? Well, you're about to find out. Just go lower, like 15-minute, 5-minute time frame. And if you look carefully, price was moving weirdly, like hitting the floor and then bouncing back up, hitting the floor, bouncing back up. And then this was when I knew it was time to go in. But one look at the chart will make you doubt everything. Price was at the process of selling from that point there. I can see something like a breaker block or a resistance zone, and I went to my 5-minute time frame, deleted that stuff there, and decided to just go in because why not? You need to be able to trust your analysis. And then that was my target point there. At the low of that weekday, you can see price was already aggressively dropping at this moment in time. So I dropped down to 1-minute time frame. I said I was going to, price was going to retest from this point because I got multiple confirmation at my side and I bought and was waiting patiently. At this moment in time, my heart was because that $1 is one of the most important. If you need to get that $1 sniper entry, if you cannot get it, guy, you are fucked for life. But this is a gamble because it's just $1, so I just had to risk it. Went to HTF time frame, looking for where I was going to target, adjusted this my entry so it's not going to disturb what I was doing there. But that red line at the top there, that was my target. But from what I've learned in the past, you should never have a target because you should follow price action and then decide your target from your entry point based on the price action. I'm going to explain it. When you say how I close and why I close, then you understand why I said this. So I was waiting for price to target those entries. I was in 4-cent profit. I was waiting for price to take out all those sell this thing. So it was a gamble because price might get to those sell points and then sell from that point, from the buy entering at. But if you look carefully, you can see there was a fair value gap on H4 which act as a magnet to gravitate price to the upward direction. Whenever there is a fair value gap on higher time frame, price tends to target those points and then reverse. So surely price is going to take out those sellers at that point there, that supply zone, those that are looking to sell at that point there. But did it happen?
1 hour later.
Guy, are you freaking kidding me? See, you have to be strong, you have to be smart in life, or else you will lose. See all of them now, they are selling at that point. They don't do them wayo like this. You see, they have do them wayo. You see, that's why you need to be. You need to know what you are doing. And at this point, I just went to higher time frame to check whether I was seeing a resistance, and I closed at this point because I was seeing some sales. I thought some sales is going to go on, so I was planning on selling at that point. You can see price has been aligning together with that point there, that line, everything. So before price leave me at gas, I start selling, like just test the waters with like 3 position before I decide to go all out in future. So you can see I was expecting many things here for price to retest then go up. Like all this kind of stuff happen a lot of times, and so you just have to be open-minded. So I was expecting price to either drop also, and you can see price was going up. Look at that, my MP. See, this is literally almost 30% of my account going in a blink of an eye. That's why I need to take huge risk around this point in the beginning. You can see it is almost reaching, it is even passing 50% of my supply zone there. You can see it is starting to drop, but all this kind of stuff, you don't want to be trusting all this moment. You can see I was expecting price to reject from that support turn resistance zone. There was like 5 retest there, so I made my entry at the point of that retest, and I was in 31 cents, but that was nothing. Price can reverse at any moment in time, so don't allow this small stuff to move you. If you look carefully, there was a drop, a pullback, and then further drop. That was what I was expecting, and it did happen. But did I lose all my money and render everything useless? Yeah. But finally you can see the drop is really hard. It's just like the unstoppable force jamming the unmovable. I don't care if the market movers trap is unmovable. I am unstoppable and I will keep dominating. So I had to close this position. You need to go slowly and then start going aggressively after some time. And do you know the best setup to try that stuff on? It's all those kind of setup where the price is rejected slowly. And all this kind of setup, they might be trickish. Like whenever you want to, you have to be marking a lot of zones. Like you don't know if price is going to reject from this one, and then go lower, and then maybe even do a liquidity grab. All this kind of thing are all predictable. So you need to choose the most predictable approach, which is to either buy, which is no, that's not it, but to sell at that point. Because if you look carefully, you can see that this sell is even much more predictable now, at least around this period. And even if you lose, it is still a smart way to trade rather than targeting that top tier, because this is February. A lot of consolidation happens. Even it is March, April now that like look for buys, but this is February. That's why we talk about having experience. You can see I was able to get this, like make a smart decision, because I have experience. I've been trading for 5 years, so experience is very crucial. And if you take that to the mark, that's my entry point. I'm going to show you a magic that happened why I literally sold at the tip. And when I thought it was over, I saw one tiny supply zone there. But guy, if you are using the supply and demand zone to be trading, you are in for like garbage entry. You will be lost in the sea of supply and demand zone, because there are a lot on your chart. So I use that support turning to resistance as one of my best confluence here. And that's not all, because that's just 2. I see price was in line with that supply zone, but see, chill, don't fear, because if you go to 1 day time frame, you can see that there was a breakout waiting to happen. I was expecting that breakout, and it might take a small. If you go lower, you can see the distance, and you can see that there was fair value gap here. You see, there was fair value gap for the buys and there was fair value gap for the sales. And then you'll be stuck with which one should you go? Should you go for the buy, the one I showed you earlier, or should you go for the sales? That's why you need to have experience, and you need to go from each tier to confirm and check the zones or the buyers that has more confirmation, and then go with that one instead of just sticking with that imbalance at that top here. And if you look carefully, you can see there was a supply zone there, and then there was another supply zone there. So this one has more bias than this other one there, because this fair value gap is just too large. Maybe price wants to go below from that support zone that's turning to resistance, and then go back up to target that fair value gap at the top there. So you need to have experience, you need to build experience. That's why you need to trade, so you can, when you spot something like this, you know that is gonna sell, but the price sell.
A few moments later.
See guy, pay tight, pay tight. Instead of paying 10%, pay 30%. The Lord will keep blessing the work of your hand. Just take out the precision. This is not physical, this is spiritual. This is spiritual. Pay good tight. So this moment in time is closed at this position because I wanted to leverage aggressively from now on. What the Lord has done for me, it shall be permanent. What the Lord has done for me, it shall be permanent. This is when I will start to buy. The devil will want to take my profits, but that will never happen because I pay my tithe. You can see what is happening now. You can see. You can Woo! Almost 50% of the profit is always gone. You can see this is why you don't leverage aggressively on day one. It's when your profit have started to be, that's when you start leveraging. You can see price has reached 50% of my zone, but you see, you're still chilling, even with huge losses there, because I know that price cannot go beneath that zone. No be swear, no be swear. There was a break of structure. The Lord has already revealed to me that this is my portion. It is my portion. Anything I put my hands into, the Lord will bless, because I bless the church. You understand? And if you look before, you can see there was liquidity at this point here. There was liquidity at that point here. And if you look carefully, you can see price was in a downtrend. But the Lord, when God sees something, you have to follow it with faith. With faith. Because we are not moved by what we see alone. We are moved by the faith and the experience we have over time. So I was expecting price to keep, going up, because the Lord who owns the world, He is the one that sees the future. He does not see the past, He sees the future, and He says it is going to reverse from this point. But is it really going to reverse from this point? I would like to see how this is going to pan out. So I set my support zone at that point there, and lo and behold, there was, decent retest at that point there. And so we're expecting more retest as the Lord has revealed to us. So I took out my rectangle tool and I marked a sweet demand zone there, because the Lord revealed to me that is where price is going to reverse from. And so I was looking, I was waiting, and I was in $12 profit. You can see the will of the Lord is being done. You can see how price is spiking aggressively. See, don't be moved by this thing, moved by faith. So I closed at this point here, because the Lord said there's gonna be another entry. So I was tempted by the devil to sell. He told me 100 odds if I don't buy but sell. By I moved with the Lord's revelation and I bought, and you can see that spike, that fast spike up. You can see it. Look back at it, you can see that you see the spike already happened. So the devil would have liquidated me as when I have sold at that point. 100 odds, which is 100 odds minus 100 odds. That's what it means. Why did I say that? Because there was a demand zone there, and there was a break of structure. I mean, even the entry was around that 50%. You can see the bullish move is already happening. And if you look carefully again, you can see price was rejecting from a 30-minute demand zone. That's not a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. So I was expecting another tiny breakout from that point of waiting for price to target that a large space there. You can see that was a gap that happened very fast. Like maybe news caused that stuff. So whenever those kind of stuff happen, price tend to target those points over time. It might not happen eventually, happen very fast, but price tend to target this point here. So I was expecting price to target that point here, but did this happen?
Minutes later.
Blessed are those who heed not to temptation, but follow the will of the Lord, even amidst temptation. So the temptation to leave this position was happening, but I decided to close and then move to the next one. And at this point in time, you can see sold, 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 sold. Why? Because there was a sweet supply zone there, but we all know that supply zones aren't really everything in the market, because there are thousands of supply and demand zones out there, and there's high probability price can just liquidate and start going up. But you can see this was something like a liquidity grab happening there. So I was expecting further sales because there was a lot of consolidation. So prices might just be grabbing liquidity and then go to the opposite direction. And if you look carefully again, you can see there was a supply zone around that point here. And also if you go to the other side, you can see there was multiple retests around that point. Also that liquidity, that supply demand zone there, expecting price to go reject from that point here. And see that's the most recent supply zone there. So we should be looking at something like a retest, and then I'll be knocking like 1.5 lot size, 1.50 lot size, two positions to target that fair value gap, which is acting as a magnet. Like when price give me a minor break of structure and then retest, I'm going to replace the lot size and then sell. And that's it. You got to be persistent in what you are doing. So in this point, I closed at this point, running over 50 pips. So if you got value from this video, like, sub, and if you want to join my VIPs to get my daily signals, mentorship, live calls, weekly, daily live signals and everything, join the waitlist in the link in the description, or join my free Telegram channel, or join both. And I'll see you guys in my next video.